Hello, this is Tom, aka Jerion, here for Tabletop Tap Room. And today we have an admission from Justin LaNasa that Erik Tenkar told the truth. But before I get into the details of that, I just want to say thanks for watching my video. Thanks to my subscribers. You guys are great. And don't forget to click that like, subscribe, and bell icon. There has been a filing in the New York libel case against Erik Tenkar. And here we go. It was a Sunday filing, filed today. And I imagine that costs more money. So, wow, interesting that would happen. This is from the law offices of Bernard Kleinman, who is representing Justin LaNasa. Your Honor, I am the counsel for the plaintiffs in the above referred action. And he, after the teleconference of November 3rd, and he reads here he recites here what the court said in that, basically that the issue of Mr. LaNasa's criminal history was more appropriately raised by a Rule 11C to correspondence, and advised the plaintiffs to strongly, the judge advised the plaintiffs to strongly consider taking the appropriate measures to rectify any false statements they might discover as a result of that correspondence without judicial intervention. That's the judge saying, look, I don't want to have to intervene judicially. It looks bad. Fix this. So this is the letter to fix that. Following communication from the defendant's attorneys and consultation with my client, that would be Justin LaNasa, the following email was sent to the counsel for the defendants on November 25th, 2023. That was yesterday, where they stated they will be submitting a letter to the court requesting permission to amend the complaint as follows. Number one, based on the representation of yours, Lois Steen has zero connection to plaintiffs or his litigation, removing her name as a defendant. So Erik's mother is being removed from this court case. It was a fallacious adding of her name to it because the house is in her name. So it was an attempt to put the property owned there in Brooklyn in play, what we believe. Number two, striking the assertion that Mr. LaNasa has no criminal conviction based on his 20-plus-year-old misdemeanor conviction for damage to real property. So this is a criminal record, which is what Erik alleged that he had, and said that he is a criminal. And he was like, I'm not a criminal because fingerprints were not taken in this. So therefore, he was not in the FBI database because there were no fingerprints taken during this. He did spend some time in the pokey, and he was on probation for a year after this conviction, notwithstanding the fact that his fingerprints just never ended up in the system. But he was attempting to allege I'm not a criminal because if you look at this FBI report on me, no convictions, which was, the equivalent of a little kid, a little 3-year-old going, you can't see me. It's just how that went. So then not having received any objection is in the interest of avoiding costly, unproductive motion practice. I would respectfully request permission to amend the complaint and to avoid the necessity of judicial intervention as set forth. Respectfully submitted, Bernard Kleinman, better call Bernie. So there you have it. The Justin, through his attorneys, is now admitting that he is a criminal. And this was the basis of his libel lawsuit against Erik Tenkar. So if there is no libel because Erik spoke the truth, then where's the libel? Where is there is no libel? This case is baseless. And if there is no libel, then this case was really nothing more than a strategic litigation against public participation, where you sue somebody in court, and now they, on the advice of their lawyers, they cannot talk about the case, they cannot talk about the other party. So therefore, by suing Erik with a spurious lawsuit, Justin was able to prevent him from participating publicly in the public sphere as a reporter, as a vlogger. And so that makes this a slap lawsuit. Strategic litigation. He planned this to prevent Erik from participating in the public domain, the public sector. And in New York State, just before this lawsuit, just before Governor Cuomo left office, he signed into law anti-slap legislation, which means if you bring a lawsuit like this for a slap lawsuit and it's dismissed, you pay per not per the judge's judgment, you pay per the statute, the signed statute in New York state law. You pay the legal fees of the defendant. So this litigation, this legislation was designed to prevent this exact kind of thing. So we're going to see this exact, we're going to see this play by people who think they have money, attempting to shut other people up by, I'll just sue you. Papers are coming. Remember all those threats? I mean, if I had $1 for every one I received, I'd take the good wife out for a nice steak dinner, or C40 maybe. C40 for some sushi. Yeah, C40 is a good restaurant in Lewiston, by the way. Really, really good restaurant. But so if I had $1 for every time I was threatened with being sued, I'd be, I could take the good wife out on that, just on that money right there. There's no libel because Erik told the truth, and telling the truth is the best defense against libel. You can't allege libel when somebody told the truth. They spoke the truth about a public figure. So there's no libel. That makes this a slap lawsuit, and by New York legislation, not by the judge's ruling, by New York legislation, Erik gets all his money back for his legal fees paid by the plaintiff. So this is the bell tolling, he for whom the bell tolls. This is the bell tolling in the New York case. I imagine the next motion is to just dismiss the case. There is no libel. So that is the developments. Justin LaNasa has admitted Erik told the truth. He does have a criminal record. He is a criminal. So now it's admitted by Justin himself and in the public record. And as we knew all along, but we had to watch this play out for a year and a half. This was a spurious lawsuit designed to prevent public participation by a vlogger and a reporter. So good job, Erik. And hey, I'm glad they finally admitted the truth. We all knew it was truth, but I'm glad they finally owned up and admitted it and added it to the public record. Thank you, Justin. So this is Tom for Tabletop Tap Room. Thanks for watching my video. Thanks to my subscribers. You guys are great. Keep on gaming. Just don't do it with anything produced by Nu TSR.